Alright, well, it's October 13th, and as you can see, the work crew is heading home for the day. It's been a long, hot day here on the site, and as you can also see, the driveway is pretty torn up. So this trench going up the north side of the driveway, this way all the way to the corner there, it's going to be the new water line that's going to start going in tomorrow. They got to put sand in the bottom of that trench yet, but the trench is basically dug in deep enough. Got the work crew thinking they're on camera and enjoying themselves, waving. And then this other trench that kind of crosses it right here at the corner is where the sewer line is going to connect up. So you've got the old sewer pipe down there, which is a good deal below the driveway. Not sure what the other this pipe here, not sure what that one's for. Doesn't really matter anymore. That one's the one we care about, and that's going to go up this trench kind of diagonally towards the house, where it's going to meet up with the buried penetrations they've got in the foundation here. And they didn't quite get done with this today because it took them a little while to find what they were looking for, even though I kind of had it marked out. But the penetration then is pretty deep here on the foundation. That's one, and there's another one down here under basically that white line where it had an arrow drawn, probably equally deep. So they got to connect those out here, probably right about under where this digger is, and then run this to the corner. And we're hoping they can actually get that done in a day or so and get these trenches backfilled quickly, so we don't have big open ditches on the project for too long. But we're going to wind up going through pretty much the same thing when we wind up doing the gas line and power line, because they'll come pretty much where these yellow marks on the driveway are here, and kind of going down. The gas line's going to come up here and the power line's going to follow it, and then the old gas meter is going to move straight back kind of in front of where this van's going to be along the very back property line, and then the power and gas are going to cut along the back wall and come in basically the back side of the garage here. So that'll be another set of trenches and another big mess of work to do, but we'll wait for that probably another 2 or 3 weeks. My guess is by the time it gets through PG&E. But at least we'll have water back up near the house that we can start using potentially, and the sewer connections will be done. So that'll just be one thing out of the way. As you can see from the outside of the house, the shingling's coming along pretty well. There's not a whole heck of a lot to do, really, just this driveway face and along the back for the most part. The front of the house is pretty much done. We have a lot of trim work to do and little cleanup kind of things, but you can also see that we've had the masons start on covering our chimney. So they got the lath up yesterday. We got that inspected, so we're good to go there. They've even got their scratch coat on underneath, and they've got a fair amount of the stone on site here because we knew that they would want to start work and get that going before the trenches were dug. So they got that started. The rock will start going on tomorrow, and then basically the same thing in the back here for sort of the faux chimney over the family room and the fireplace rock face behind the grill area. That's all scratch coated, basically ready to start with the rock. Other than that, like you can see, they've got pretty much all the shingling done back around through here. You can kind of see the outline of the barbecue area now that it's sort of defined by the barrier or the border wood, and then the shingles as well. And then most of the roof is done as well. You can see up here at this corner, they've got the back side of the roof pretty well taken care of, as well as the garage side. It's really just this area over to this side of the house and sort of the front fireplace that's not done. And then they obviously have to get the skylights in as well. So those are down here waiting to go in. They've got everything marked, everything's good to go. They've got most of the vent holes cut and everything's flashed. So really at this point they just got to kind of go really quickly with the shingles and get those down, and we're basically waterproof after that point, which should be kind of the end of this week for the roof and the masonry, and maybe mid next week for the shingles. Pretty much the entire exterior of the house will be done. It won't be finished, it won't be, you know, completely trimmed, but at least it'll be waterproof. We'll have the materials on everywhere, get those covered. So it's coming along. It'll be closer to livable soon, but we're still assuming it's probably going to be December-ish by the time we're able to get back in. So one step at a time. I think next step up is going to be all the interior wiring and getting that going so that we can eventually get the power hook back up and start getting some lights and power back into place. So we'll see how it goes.